We decided to go camping in Joshua Tree, so we packed up our Tesla and headed out. We made reservations online for Cottonwood Campground that's located just off the 10 freeway. We just stopped twice to charge the car so that we wouldn't run out of battery. When we got there, it was pretty windy and cold. We weren't too worried though because we had brought lots of gear to keep us warm. The first thing we do when we get to the campground is set up our tent. We have the Kodiak 8-person canvas tent, and this tent is super easy to set up. Once you stake it down, it all falls into place. Here's Nick setting it up now. We also just filled all the nooks and crannies of our car so that we could have everything that we needed. Tent set up, and you can see it's pretty windy. Nick's setting up our bed and the dog's beds inside. It was so windy that we didn't even stay outside long. Once the night hit, we cooked our dinner. We had steak and shrimp. Then we headed inside, turned on our heater, had the heater on the dogs, and we watched movies and played board games. The dogs have blankets inside, outside, under them, and they're pretty warm and toasty in their crates. They're the collapsible Amazon crates that I got. We also played board games and just kind of stayed warm, and then when it was bedtime, we just went to bed. We didn't really stay up late. The next morning, we definitely had to go charge our stuff. We have the Goal Zero Boulder 100 solar panel briefcase, and we connect that to our Yeti 1400 lithium portable power station. We've had this for so many years now, and recently it broke, and I had to send it in to get fixed. And fortunately, it was fixable, so we got it back, and that's why we have it out now. The weather could change quickly, so we always want to just make sure we take advantage of the sun and charge as much stuff as we can. Like our inflatable solar lights, we definitely want charged. We cook on the Blackstone, which is really easy to use, and when we do, we always have to make sure we have enough of these green propane tanks because it's for cooking and for our heater inside the tent. The cover for the Blackstone we use as a catch-all just to keep all the small items together, like our little kitchen sink and our pots, pans, cups, plates, utensils. We know it's all in one place. Here's a better look of the inside of our tent where we have the crates set up. We sleep on the inflatable mattress as well, and we put our ruggable rug inside our tent to kind of keep it warm. Sleeping on the air mattress definitely helps you keep warm too because you're not on the floor. The flag was blowing crazy because the wind was still pretty wild. We cooked bacon, eggs, and hash browns. We also had some biscuits. It was really cold throughout the day, and I had forgotten to bring the dog's sweaters, but they laid in the sun and stayed pretty warm. They were okay, and they're troopers about it. Here we are cooking our breakfast, finishing up. It was our first time camping here at Cottonwood, and it was really nice. The bathrooms were really clean. There was plenty of toilet paper. They had really big mirrors in there that weren't scratched out like most campgrounds. We also had a lot of camping trails that were just walking distance from our campground that we didn't have to drive to, but our dogs don't really like walking, so we just took them on small short walks around the campground, checked out some of the other sites. The whole campground overall was really nice, super clean. Everyone was super friendly. It wasn't a crowded weekend, and this campground is not located too far from Los Angeles, which is where we're from. We are here cooking tacos now for lunch because it was lunchtime. Keep the meat and everything refrigerated in our cooler with a few ice packs. We'll have these day beds or day blankets for the dogs that are super insulated. We use them when we go take them out to like breweries or camping or picnics or anything like that. They just like to rest on them, so they're not on the cold floor. That's why we have a rug on the floor to keep our feet warm. When night hit, the wind had calmed down a lot, but we didn't have a lot of wood left, so the wood we did have, we burned, and we enjoyed a little campfire, and I found a stick, so we were able to make some s'mores also, because it's not camping without s'mores. So we had some s'mores, and then we also made dinner. Well, we had soup for dinner. I had found someone who let me borrow a manual can opener, and we made some soup, stayed warm, because it was still pretty cold, even though it wasn't as windy. But overall, this campground was definitely worth it. It was really nice, super quiet, calm. You could see all the stars at night. Here we are breaking down our camp. 2 nights here, which was really nice. The site we stayed at was Loop A, site number 14. That's 1-4. It was pretty spacious, but we did find that other sites were a little bit more spacious for more tents and more cars that we probably would consider if we had a bigger group. But overall, worth it.